to my stream. We are the 8 a.m. sprint in the 30-hour write-a-thon. I hope that's the title because now I'm like, my brain is just so slow today. So, hi. This is the first time I'm ever hosting this, so it's kind of intimidating. So, give me some grace. But I've streamed quite a lot, so I'm hoping that streamer brain will just kick right in. So, yeah.
Sure.
So I hope so. We were supposed to have one more person on stream with us, Zara from Inimitable Books. I don't think Faye will be with us today, but definitely go check all their details out below and go follow them just because, they're here in spirit. So I will let my co-host introduce themselves first, and then I'll come back to me, and then we'll jump right into everything.
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm from Portugal, and I write speculative fiction, mostly, short stories and long stories, I think, most of them. Today I'm working on a short story that I've edited, and I'll be putting it on the document. That's it. Very awkward, but that's it.
I am Jess. I'm from my channel, The Hex Library, where I post some reading, writing, book, and planner-related content. A lot of it involving things that are spooky, but not all of it, because it is what it is. I am the creator of the event and the co-organizer. We never know what to call ourselves. It's fun. And I also co-run AuthorTube Chat with my friend Kate Kavanaugh, where we talk about books, like writing books, and this year we're doing book to movie adaptations. And today I'm working on a project, and I have not been telling anyone what project it is, what my goals are, or how I'm doing, other than word counts, because I'm living the dream of no pressure.
That's a great way to get into it. I love it. So, all right. Well, last, but not least, obviously, hi, I'm Bray Bonomo. I do the writing thing here on YouTube, as well as talk about some books and some life stuff. I am currently working on my Project Mermaid, which is an adult dark fantasy, and that is what I'll be working on during this sprint / stream, I guess, all of the sprints in the stream. And I'm almost done. I don't know if I will finish in my live, but I will be very close, I think, if I am very productive. So yeah, and if you like spooky things, I write fantasy, I write horror, and I have a horror short story coming out in the Stygian collection, which will be out on July 1st, and you can still pre-order it. The link is down below.
So are you drafting? Are you drafting Project Mermaid?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm drafting, yeah. Okay. So I'm finishing the first draft. I have like 2.5 chapters to finish. So yeah, very exciting stuff. So we have quite a few people. Like I said, I have never seen this many people in my my stream. So I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna definitely miss people. But hello. I think I'm having a couple people who I've said hi to. Some other people walk in. So what I figured for everybody, hi Laura, is we could do maybe a 25 to start. I figured it's the first sprint for me. And we might need 5 minutes just to get into the writing brain, at least because I woke up at 6 and I have not done anything creative yet. For some other people I know, Allie, you're ahead of us in time. So you guys might have been awake, but if we have a couple minutes to catch up, get some coffee if anybody needs it, that's what we could do. So all right, and if you want, guys, feel free to let us know in the comments what you're working on. I'm trying to make sure I say everybody hello. This is hard. The mostly spooky reader, writer, and planner. That should be your catchphrase now.
Just take it, run with it.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Oh, my goodness. 4 scenes left to write. Awesome. Writing Ninja. Also you should be like that. Your catch, Jess from Hex Library, the Writing Ninja. Mostly spooky writer.
Mostly spooky writer.
Make that your entire,
Just like rolling with it.
Yep. All right. So yes, 5 minutes. Grab some tea, grab some coffee, whatever you like to drink, get some water. So all right. with that said, let's jump in. I am using, who did I start with? Pages and Paladins had a coffee timer. So I figured it would be fitting that we can use that if you guys need the extra 5 minutes. And I have to figure out which tab it's in first. Okay. All right. So we'll do 25 minutes, guys, and then we'll see you back then. So happy writing. And that is the end of our first sprint.
We lived. We made it.
We did. Whoop, whoop. So how did my co-hosts do? And everybody else, feel free to sound off in the comments.
Allie, you are still muted.
You can go first then, Jess. Go ahead.
I used that time to do some things that were on my list of things to do for today that were not involving actually writing because my brain is still asleep. So I did some setting up in my planner for the week just to wake up.
And I formatted the document because I have a new system now. It was just a Word document and now it's a Markdown document in the database kind of thing. So I was just formatting it and finding the page of trigger warnings to research next sprint, which trigger warnings I should add to my story.
Very good.
What about you, Brie?
I wrote 487 words. Which is I feel like pretty good. I felt like that was a very long 25 minutes because I also grabbed a piece of pie for my breakfast and took my dog outside. So 487 feels pretty good. I'm also building a lot of tension in those last couple chapters because I feel like I need to end it in a way that if I put it out to traditional publishing, it has the ending, but I feel like it would be better as a duology. So I'm trying to make that balance of we have a lot of tension and a lot of things happening, but also this needs to end. So
chop it, but leave space for more.
Yes. And there's definitely been a lot of, I feel like this is building more to a duology than I was hoping it was going to be, because when I set out for this book, it was a single story. There's no idea, but now my ideas have grown so much to make it concise. It's much harder. So yeah. But I'm having fun because my prince just announced that he wants to officially court my mermaid, and my mermaid's like, no, I have to kill you today.
I have other things to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna check in with the comments. Oh my god, there's so many. I know some people popped in. I don't even know if I can find them all. I'm probably not gonna be able to, but I saw Autumn Ashley popped in, Grayson popped in. Laura came back. So let's see. Kiko, I think is how you pronounce it, but finished an entire scene. Good job.
Excellent.
Madam got 684 words. Amazing. Oh, I love repurposing things.
Yeah.
My favorite. Malin tried to convince the dog to use a cooling mat, failed, made my lunch, and still eating it. Well,
I'm going on that journey soon. I don't know if it's going to work out.
Well, good luck. Dogs are so stubborn.
Yeah.
Zilla's mostly editing what they wrote yesterday. Get the tone and scene right. Yes, that's hard. Cluttered Life, 440 words drafting. Mars got 166. Just right. Oh, YouTube Shorts. Yeah. I feel very good that I did not get distracted. I mean, my dog was a distraction enough, so I felt good because I tend to find myself on TikTok Shorts. It's not good. Mary's revamping her planner system. Wilma got 241. Love that. Love a good fantasy romance. CB just came back. Laura shared a snippet.
Ooh.
The colors of my childhood painted the sky, the pinks of ballet slippers, the purples of a frilly quilt, and the yellows of a sunny side up eggs on Saturdays. They glowed through the thin clouds and reflected on the tranquil sea lapping at my calloused, worn feet. I wish the radiant hues would stain my skin like they did the landscape. Laura, that's so beautiful and poetic.
Laura talks about me having pretty prose.
I know.
I don't, for sure. But I know someone who does, and her name is Laura.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was beautiful. I love it. Thank you for sharing.
I think she's working on a Udemy course, and she's writing purple prose on purpose for that as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hello, ST Hudson. Welcome. 268. 305. ADHD. Yep. I just made a TikTok the other day about that. Using a Michael Scott meme. I felt like I couldn't go wrong. Finishing outline time travel. Ooh, good. Best of luck, Rainy. I love time travel novels, but I feel like they are so hard because time travel is such a mind-altering concept.
I can't even get timelines right for a novel
Right.
that's in a similar timeline, let alone.
I know. I literally have. I just put 4 months in my thing and then highlighted it immediately and said timeline check. So yeah, I can't even imagine trying to do multiple. And I just watched or I was thinking of like The Flash and like there's always the new Flash movie, but there's also like animated movie for like the Flashpoint paradox, and it's really good, but like the fact that there's so many different ways to look at time, and is it linear or and in the Flashpoint paradox it you change one instance and it breaks off for the past and the future's change, so too much to consider.
Yeah.
Like every time I've watched the TV series, I haven't kept up with it, but I did watch like the first 4 seasons or so. And it was like every time somebody went back in time or forward in time, like there was like 16 of them there because he just kept going back and like trying to nudge one in the other direction or something. And you're just like, at some point you have to look at yourself and be like, maybe just stop.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
Katie, and yes. Like I want to be like good with that kind of stuff, but like, and then you have like the super science fiction people who are like, you're doing it wrong. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I just feel like I could never be able to successfully write one. Yeah, I could kind of see where that is with the new Flash movie, how it would paint him in a bad light. He's kind of like a jerk, I think, in general, like in any iteration. But I don't want to say too much in case anybody wants to watch it too. Hello, Alan. Welcome. Alan is also in the Stygian collection, friends. So if you want to support more author tubers, you can go check out Alan's channel and pre-order the Stygian collection. Oh wow. I didn't do that, but I also had like a lot of people who were really rude in the theater, so like that was making me mad and I almost walked out because of that reason.
Lisa is working on character design in The Sims 4.
Character
What is
design
it?
in Sims for her characters.
Yeah, she's building her characters on Sims 4.
Oh, I love that. Sorry, The Sims 4 blended together for my brain, and I didn't know what you had said. Just a
She
new
was
thing.
she was going on a tangent building a grandma of a character, but now the grandma is going to come into the story as well because she liked her so much. Like she's exploring.
All right. Well, I think I caught up to everybody. So do we want to jump into our next 20 minutes, Bryn?
Ready when you are.
Yeah,
right.
finding these trigger warnings. Let's go.
Yes. All right. I got to get since I have a new timer, I'm going to use Inimitable Books timer this time in honor of Zara, who couldn't make it. So let's jump in there. All right. And I muted it. I know Zara likes to have the little typey types. I can't do it. It distracts me. So it is muted for everybody. But here we go. And look at these beautiful covers. Oh, I can't wait to have them in my hand. All right. So 20 minutes on the call, guys. Best of luck. that is the end of that sprint. So let's see. I'm gonna remove that. And how did everybody do?
I got a bit distracted, but I figured out the trigger warnings and put some stuff that's on paper on the computer. So
Good.
I got 509 words and spent the last 6 minutes trying to figure out what the name of the town that my characters live in is, because I haven't worked on the story in like 5 months. And I'm like, I know it has to be written down somewhere. I did eventually find it, but it literally took me 6 minutes to find it. So
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, now you at least know, and hopefully it'll flow much easier. But I've done that a lot as well, because my mermaid project has been going for a span of 2 years right now. So I'll like work on it for like 3 months straight and then take like a 5-month break. So that's happened quite a lot for me too.
I wrote it down, like I went back through and wrote it down in all of the places I looked for it first, and it wasn't there. So I went back and wrote it in. So next time,
good.
it's
Now you know.
What about you, Brie?
I did very well. I got 424, so at least we're pretty consistent with my writing. I'm writing a scene where the dude in the scene is not a good person. And he's going to be using some choice language and he's going to get some be aggressive, and I really hate him. He's such a slimy character, but like just paints my world a little bit better with having him. So once I finish this next, like the scene that I'm in, the chapter's going to end. So probably the next sprint, I'll be on chapter 32, which means I only have 2 chapters left. So let's see how everybody did in the comments. Oh my gosh. Where did we end? I don't even know. All right. I'm just going to find where the first person that said they, let's see. Okay. I feel like maybe Teddy came back.
Let's go.
There's a lot of fan fiction conversations, so I think I'm going to skip over that. No offense, guys. Fan fiction is great, but there was just so much back and forth between you guys in the comments. Kiko almost finished another scene. Madam added 400 words, 1K for the stream. That's amazing. We've only done 2 sprints. That's incredible. Mars got 243. More fan fiction. CB got 147. Hannah's hitting a groove. Oh, I love Meet Cute. That's exciting. Let's see. Randy got 90. Jessica got 223. Frankie with 103. I think this is the last stream where I work on gay vampires. I mean, sad.
Yeah.
I love some gay vampires, but also fair if you need to go work on something else or just need like a rest from it. So Zilla very excited that Teddy's back. Wilma got distracted by getting myself a drink. Hey, 150 is still, accomplishing something. So good job, guys.
Yeah.
also drinks are important.
Yes. Yeah. I just finished my coffee, and then I already made my giant 38-ounce cup of water. Kiko almost finished the scene that I forgot. I'm excited. Ooh, I love a good foreshadow. Kiko, I can't remember. Are you working on fantasy or is it a different genre? I'm very, there's been a lot of people, so I can't remember if everybody said what genre they're working in. But yeah, I just hit 70K in my manuscript too, though. So I'm feeling very good about that. I wanted to have this draft at least hit the 70K mark. So I did that.
Got to where you wanted to be for sure.
Yes. That was our second sprint. Yeah. So I at least have 2 more. We'll see how flow we have. We're going to go for 2.5 hours. So we might get 3 more in. I feel like I was telling Allie behind the scenes that I like to push through when I'm being productive. So I will have as many as I can.
I mean, they're productivity sprints. So, that's what we're here for.
Yes. As much as I love conversation.
I think it also helps, especially when you are well, early in the morning for one, and then also just out of practice at live streaming. It helps to just be like, okay, I'm going back to the thing so I can pretend that none of you exist
Yeah.
and do something productive.
Yes. Kiko, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All of it. I just got, which I think it has something, it's not Korean, but I just got this in Fairy Loot, which is Shanghai Immortal. And I think it's also like a an Asian inspired historical fantasy. So I haven't read it. I literally just got it yesterday, but if I like that, I will need more because I feel like I don't get enough Asian mythology. It's a lot. I mean, still tend to see a lot of Eastern European mythology in most things.
Yeah.
Played with a dog outside, found my 2 shoes a foxes stole. I love that. I'm assuming you live in a country or the countryside because I've had my fair share of bears stealing things from me.
Wow.
Yeah. Black bears are big babies. They just want to take your stuff and leave.
It doesn't sound cute to me. It sounds scary, Brie.
As everybody tell, I have a friend, Autumn Ashley, who lives in Georgia, and she's like, "Will you have bears?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You literally could just yell at them and they'll run away. It's not that big of a deal. Now they're black bears. Black bears are babies. They're not grizzly bears.
Right.
Grizzly bears you don't want to mess with. Being in a mentorship. Ooh, well, good luck. That sounds intense. I'm also waiting to hear back. I had 2 things out for submission right now. So I'm trying not to think about it. So good luck to you in that mentorship.
Are they short stories, Brie?
Yeah, both of them are. One is the short story I submitted for like that is publication, and then the other one is to be included in a different project. So it's a short story that I submitted, but that just as a writing example. So if I get chosen, I get to write a new story for that project that they're going to kind of give me a prompt for. So I'm excited, but it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't know about this book. So this book was completely new for me. And I am like so excited because I saw that there's a character print, and immediately, like before I even read what the book was, I saw the character print had fangs, and I'm like, oh, here we go. But it's really cool because it's a half vampire, half kitsune, I think. So it sounds very cool to me. The terror. Ooh, this kind of sounds cool though.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, London. Oh, I didn't know that. I learned so much on these streams. All right, I'm gonna power through this. I saw a deer yesterday and a groundhog. I love this.
Oh.
Oh, Mars, you're also in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. So we have a lot of wildlife here. Yeah. For real. Grizzly bears are terrifying. I'm glad they're not in my area. Very fair. Yeah, you have to have that like composure or else you're going to drive yourself nuts. So, all right. So, if we're cool, I think having into our 3rd sprint, this is a perfect time now that I've caught up. Let's see. I think we are going to use Laura's timer this time because she has a pet timer and my pets are included. So I have to, shout out my babies. All right. So, I know. Right. Starting off strong with the cuteness. So I'll give points out to anybody who, I mean, if you catch it, you catch my two babies in it. Obviously, my name is attached, so if you just see it, let me know. All right. So good luck, guys. 20 minutes on the clock, and happy sprinting. Okay. The end of our cuteness timer. That distracted everybody. So, how did everybody do in our comments?
I entered some stuff into my document. It's very slow. I am tired, so I'm just like slowly, adding the changes in.
Fair.
I had a breakfast sprint and gained a Merlin also. I can't get to my keyboard because there's a cat. So
It's adorable though.
Yeah.
Except except when we want to be productive.
right.
For me, I wrote a little bit less. I got distracted. Sometimes sitting for a while, I start to get fidgety. So I took a social media break and posted a TikTok. So I did that. But I also still wrote 349 words. I literally think I have like 2 lines left before this chapter ends. So I almost finished the chapter, but I will probably immediately finish it as soon as the next sprint starts. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Quick goal to get to.
Mm-hmm. So I know that I definitely saw a bunch of people getting distracted. I just have to say too, I guess it has a name, but I never realized watching Laura's timer until I happened to look up and saw that the one author tuber was holding an Himalayan salt lamp, and I'm like, that's hilarious. And I guess it's called Slamp, but that was great. A Cluttered Life headed out, probably gone, but thank you for joining us. Yes, I every single time, I think, maybe except one, I caught my pets too, because I was like, oh, look at them. They're so cute. Let's see. Okay.
Beautiful cat, Jess.
Yes. Adam came in late. Had an entire weekend of shows to backstage manage. I mean, that sounds very busy, but hopefully it was a good time and everything went off without a hitch. Madam got 800 words and 2 scenes left. Woo!
Madam is just killing it today.
For real.
Whoa.
I need you to just stay and give me motivation all for the rest of the day. Thanks. Mars got 161 words and restructuring how I want the scene to flow. That is like my least favorite thing to do is restructuring. I mean, it's fun, but it's also not. We got 119. I was like, I don't have chimes in my project. Oh, like the timer. Yeah, some of them do have noises at the end, and I never know which ones it is. So that was one.
I think Teddy makes music, so I think he's missing like the sound of a chime, like to put in the music.
Yes.
That's what I think is talking about.
Okay, definitely. Yes. Allie, you're great. Like, you know everybody, and like you're able to just, like, give little feedback notes. I love it. Frankie got 503. It's not a keyboard, it's a cat board.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it is so hard because I watched it a few times, thankfully, so I kind of know everybody's pets now, except for the Himalayan lamp, I guess I missed. But yeah, it is easy to get distracted because they're so dang cute. Got burnt out, so I took a break. That's definitely important. I feel like everybody says this on things, but yeah, take your breaks if you need it. Stretch, hydrate, the whole 9 yards. 187. Breaks are important. Yep. I had a coffee sprint. Definitely necessary. 208 words and lots of pet watching. Nina got some outline done. Nina, I don't know if I actually saw you come in, so hello, welcome. I didn't click yours up on screen though. Katie Ann hit 483K. Woo! I love everybody's getting like some good milestones here today. Maybe for the whole weekend. I'm only counting today because this is my first sprint in the whole weekend. Is the cat purring or am I imagining it? One more performance to go, but it's been productive, ready to celebrate. That's exciting. And then hopefully going from a half-hour sleep back to 2 to 3 hours. I hope you can get a little bit more, but I get it if you have sleep issues. But so 2 to 3 hours might be a big deal. Allie, maybe Chimes can work on this project.
Is doing a project about dreams. That's the prompt for a competition.
Ooh, I love it. All right. Let's see. I think that is all the comments, unless anybody comes in. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I've been at least keeping how much I've been writing, because sometimes I forget to tally, or I do the highlighting method where when I'm giving my word counts, I'll be like, oh, let me highlight all this. And sometimes then I delete the highlight and I'm like, I don't know how much I've written, but I've gotten 1260 words so far. So feeling pretty good. With that, since I feel very compelled to finish this sentence because it's bothering me. Oh my God, listen to those purrs.
She muted the microphone.
Oh my God.
I looked over because I have one that has like the mute button on the
Mhm.
front, and I looked over and it was flashing, and I'm like, you've really rubbed your face on it so hard you've muted the microphone.
That's hilarious. Also, she was like, yeah, you can't do anything. This is my time
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk. Don't listen to them. Don't write. It's me.
You just have to do this. This is the only way I know to get rid of her. Is to just
Snuggle attack.
give her extra love and cuddles. And then she gets mad and she leaves.
I love it.
Sounds like a good solution when you want to work. Just give them extra cuddles. She's fine.
Just give her
extra annoying to our pets.
extra love. And then she's like, I don't like you that much. And then she leaves.
Madam got bingo. I hope
Hey.
bingo was also me saying to hydrate, because I needed that as well.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yep.
And Madam, I forgot to unmute earlier on the stream as well. So good.
Cat hair on everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you did. Did I mark that one? I don't think I did. Now I know it's on. Oh, there it is. Someone forgets to unmute their microphone. Man, I really want to complete my draft, but it's not going to happen in my stream. I know that, but maybe I can come back later. When is the last? It's 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Is the?
I think the last one is at 5, and it should
5.
run to 7:30.
Okay. Might be able to come back and join that one. I have I forgot it's Father's Day today.
Yeah.
And that's just been wrecking my entire life, because I'm like, my family's a big breakfast family, so like I'm probably gonna miss breakfast, but I'm gonna try to like pop in like right after our stream is done and go say hi to my family, because they're not that far away. And then we have my in-laws that I have to go see, and then also my niece's dance recital is 7:00 tonight. Why they have a 7:00 on a Sunday on Father's Day is beyond me. But my niece is 4. So like 7:00 for all these little children. It just seems wild to me.
Yeah.
That is like, if she was like 14, sure.
Yeah.
4, that's their bedtime.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, and it's weird because even my sister-in-law was like, yeah, like she's the first dance, but they still have to stay to the end and do like the wrap-up dance with everybody. So I'm like, oh God, it's gonna be a late night. Yeah, I really want to know too. Nobody seems to know why that was made. The only thing I can maybe think of is that Juneteenth is tomorrow, and a lot of people now have it off. So maybe that was their reasoning of like, oh, everyone's going to be off on Monday. We can have it later. Or maybe it was like a cheaper for them to get the place for 7:00. I don't know. Just seems really, really wild. Okay, so CB's, yeah, it's nothing. Mine was always like Friday nights and Saturday nights. Like we would do 2 shows, and it would be like Friday, Saturday, 7:00, but not a Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's what I'm
imagine
thinking.
they're all terrors.
Like kids being completely like, it's past their bedtime, they're throwing fits.
Yeah.
It should be a fun time.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This is her first dance recital, so I'm very excited to attend. It's just it's gonna be interesting to how it all plays out. Oh yeah. So in the States, Father's Day is today. I was gonna say tomorrow, but no, it's today. So yeah, if you guys aren't from the States, that might not be the same thing. But all right. So for the next 20 minutes, I think we're gonna be able to squeeze in another one after this. So I'm not going to put up the final sprint banner, but I'm going to use Writing Violet's 20-minute space timer because it looks very nice. And I'm going to dive right in. Oh my God, you guys have Father's Day November? This is so fascinating to me. So, all right. Anyway, we could talk about dance recitals and Father's Day all day long, but I'm going to start the sprint. So, all right, 20 minutes. Good luck, guys. That was a nice little ending. All right. So with that, we're really coming down to the end here. And yeah, how did everyone do?
I just continued editing stuff. I think I'm like 700 words into like edit stuff. But it's really slow for me.
That's great though.
I was actually able to write uninterrupted. I didn't have to look anything up. I didn't have a cat on my keyboard. And I got 1,016 words.
Nice.
I crushed it.
You did. I did not think I wrote this much, but I got 777.
You also crushed it.
Yes.
And finished the chapter.
And I finished the chapter, yes. Yeah. So, oh, I'm so excited. It's like, it doesn't seem real that it's going to be ending. But I'm so excited to get there and get to my final scene because I've been dreaming of this final scene for literally like 12 years.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a small plug for tomorrow for anyone watching, but I'm going to be starting a new series of like, I guess workshops would be the best way to describe it on my channel tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I take stories that I've written like years ago in my college classes. And I'm going to like offer critiques of how I would like critique it from who I am now as a writer and then start to rewrite it live as well. So people kind of can see both the critique side and the editing side of what I do. So I'm very excited to do that. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because my mermaid was one of those short stories way back in the day. It was only 2 pages and I pretty much wrote the end scene in that short story. So like actually making that into a novel has been an interesting feat.
That's very interesting. I would love to see that and to see it, the progress.
Yes. Yeah. So I won't be showing Mermaid. I mean, in theory, it would be really cool to have an agent with Mermaid and then like publishing it. And then maybe I could do like a craft chat about where that story came from and stuff. But I'm actually going to be doing a contemporary story tomorrow. So I have many genres that I wrote in these short stories for college. So I hopefully will get to show like a thriller, a fantasy, a contemporary, a horror. I'm really excited to kind of show different genres too.
I've talked about in the past doing something where like I start an idea fresh and like work it through live during live streams with people. But I've never had an idea that I felt okay with doing that with because of like, you know, I would want to publish it someday.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been reading the Foundations of Screenwriting and talking about doing like writing basically a fake script. And so my goal was to like write a script based off of like a sequel to a movie that came out when I was in high school, so 20 years ago. And then because it's like I could never publish it because the characters are proprietary. It's really just like me throwing ideas at a screen.
Yeah.
And so I can do like the screenwriting, but also write a novel to go with the screenplay. And so I'm probably going to do that next year. Because we're working on this book all year, just doing a couple chapters all year long. So I think that's the only way that I can actually do it without like using one of my actual stories that I would hopefully want to publish one day. So
yeah, that's definitely fair. I've also considered like if that was going to be a factor. However, I'm not going to be doing the full write of the story. So I figured I would just be looking at, and like, because my first drafts of these stories are terrible. I'll explain more in that live stream tomorrow about why I'm doing this and why I'm picking these. But I'll probably only write the first page just to kind of get an idea of how and like where my critiques and how I would, you know, put that into a new edit. So that way, yeah, the first page might be written, but it's not going to give away everything what I would have. So that's kind of where I feel like that balance will come in. Because I also feel like as a viewer, sometimes it sucks when you're watching people and like people don't want to give away everything because you're working on it and you're editing it and there's so many unknown factors. So I'm like, this will be a nice little way to kind of bridge that, I think, for others.
Yeah. Oh, that's like one of a lot of people's complaint with authorship is that we don't actually show like our writing process and talk things through. And it's like, yeah, but we can't because we're trying to publish it. Like we can't give you every detail of the story because then there's no point to publish.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Mars just said M. Kieran writes their books live, which is pretty cool. I think there was someone. I think it was just. Is Chris Fox maybe? Is that the name? I don't watch him, but I think that was the name that I saw that wrote a whole book live, or maybe something like that. It could be somebody else. But I know people have done stuff like this, but I don't know what their intents for publishing are.
right.
Plus, if they're only drafting, and then obviously things might change in edits. I don't know, but yeah, overall, it's pretty. I'm pretty excited to do it. It's also kind of nerve-wracking, like, writing something kind of new for the first time with an audience. So, all right. So let's see how our friends have done in the comments. Wilma was going to take a break, and so did CB, went for a walk, which is definitely, you guys earned it. Mars got 217, which broke 10K. Good job. Frankie realized the whole last section of my outline is useless. Been there. No, I've just started outlining, but I have gone with Mermaid in particular. So rogue. Adam took a break for the shower. Stephanie was just popping in to say hello. Welcome. I might not stay, but hey. Zilla identified the first threat of this whip and put some breakfast potatoes in the oven. I mean, that's you're done for the day. That's great. I love potatoes.
Yeah.
Frankie got 210. Mary got lost in her sticker collection. Don't see anything wrong with that. Lisa ate breakfast. Teddy worked on Dark and now busy with Allie's prompt dreams. Madam reached 2,500. Whoa. 8K for the weekend. Congratulations. Kiko's concentration ran out. Totally fair. This is, I normally only sprint for 2 hours, so the extra half hour also is kind of, I feel like I'm doing very good today, but I also lose concentration about the 2 hour mark. Mars is definitely calling it quits on gay vampires. I think that's the fair, though. Like, you hit a milestone, go get your groceries.
Yeah.
Jessica got 464. Nina did some housework and missed the end of the sprint. It's all good. Melon got 130 and made the portable air cooler work with ice cubes. Very cool. I don't know what a portable, I mean, I understand what a portable air cooler is, but I've never seen one that works with ice cubes. Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like, I don't want to keep people super in the dark, but I don't even know what it is. I think it's more of just judgment, probably, because I don't really think people are going to steal things off of me. And if they do, like, I think it's technically like copyrighted. Like, once you write something, it's your IP or something like that. So if someone's stealing it, I just have the live stream to prove that I've done it already. I love spoiling my stories. I also have a really hard time not spoiling things. Like, I love talking about stuff and I'll get so into it. I've literally deleted tons of clips from my vlogs where I'm like going off and I'm like, this is a little bit excessive. Like, let's rein it back in. Like, I don't want to spoil the end of the book.
Edit all of that out.
Yeah. No, I don't care as much. Did share all of his drafts. Okay, there we go. Oh, never mind. Madam's already got you with the link. It's gonna say, because I could definitely share it. I thought it was Chris Fox. I've never watched them, but I remember reading something about like him doing that as like I don't know, a challenge or something.
He does like 50K in 2 days or something. I don't remember what it is, but he does like the super quick drafting method. Yeah.
Barrett, hello. Coffee made, dressed and ready for the day. But this staying up until 1 a.m. Yeah, I could not. Autumn, Ashley, and Sarah Sutton do midnight writing sprints, and I have not made one in the like 3 years that they've been doing them because I am always in bed at like 10. I try so hard. All right, concentration hasn't woken up. I've been sprinting on and off since 8 a.m. in the morning, my time zone. Oh my God, 8 hours. Well, yeah, you deserve the 8K then because you've been going hard.
Been working.
Posting this link should not count as me recommending his writing, but he has some goods. Totally fair. Yeah, I'm not going to recommend him necessarily from my own experience. I've never even watched him. I just know that it exists.
I know other people have talked about him.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was, is like, I've definitely heard in spaces and stuff like that, that whole concept of writing a whole novel, but never watched it myself. There we go. 21 days to a novel. That just seems, I mean, I think it's doable, but like, I have a full-time job that's mentally draining. I don't know
Yeah.
how I would be able to do that. Very fair. He's written the book 7,000 words per hour. Oh, right. Okay. With the whole dictation thing, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm still so bad at dictation. I've tried. Yes. Yeah, I really want to stay up later, but it's just not for me anymore. Yes, and I'm a 5 a.m. waker upper. I don't know. I don't write at 5 a.m., but I do wake up. I also woke up at 5 a.m. today, and I was like, please, I want to just sleep until 6 at least. Yeah, I also feel like it's important to distinguish too that like you can, like, books aren't necessarily always original, but it's just how you write them and get to those specific plot points that should be something refreshing. So, all right, let's see. We are at 10:11. So, do we want to do like a 10-minute sprint and wrap it up and see what we get? Last couple words to the end. Writing Violet has an 11:11 sprint, and I feel like that's a nice one to end on.
We could do that.
Okay.
We can crush it.
Yes. So thank you for all our lovely author tubers who made these beautiful timers, because otherwise I would just be using Google. Allie, you are I was gonna say, you definitely are motivating me today too, so I can get that vibe.
Because Zilla wakes up, like, she's in the US, so she wakes up at 3 or 4 in the morning and then jumps into a call with me when it's like 10 or 11 my time. So it's really useful.
Yeah. Jessica, I mean, yeah, having a baby will definitely change everything. Having any kids, I do not have my own kids, so I'm just up and hanging out with my dogs. And that's exactly what I'm doing, the bubble tea. All right, so yeah, well, it's last sprint for my stream as well, so good time to end it. So let's do this so that we're ending on time. So 11:11, guys, see you shortly. Good luck with the last sprint. I always love her endings. They're so fun. Okay, we are not starting the Bejeweled timer. We are ending. All right. Well, on that note, how did we do for our little 11-minute power sprint?
I did well. I continued slowly.
I took the 10 minutes, 11 minutes and 11 seconds to update my writing planner for the sprint because might as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I wanted to use that. We didn't have quite enough time, I don't think. I mean, we probably could have, but then we would have had less time to talk at the end. But that was really pretty. That's fair because it was Violet's timer. And then as far as words, I got 223 words. I did have to change because I will have to be leaving as soon as the sprint ends. So I was like, oh, I need to real quick change my pants and put shoes on. So I did that at the end. But I feel really good. Let me see my total word count for this. Because I wrote a lot last Monday, but then I didn't really get a chance to dive back in till today. So grand total for my stream is 1,911 words.
I was 1,525, so you crushed it.
And Allie, I don't think you were counting words technically, right?
No, I was so slow. I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep.
But you still crushed it.
Yeah, for real.
I put like 854 words of additions in my draft.
All right, let's see how everyone else did. I know Joanne came in at the end, and so did Michael. So I know that was our last sprint, but glad you guys were able to make it. Joanne said that she was doing good. She got 1,000 words yesterday, and getting closer to your coffee goal, which is awesome. Set up a new goal to get commissioned character art for Sugar and Spice. Oh, that's so exciting. I have a coffee and I never promote it and no one ever gives me anything. So I just don't bother with it. But my goal has been for 2 years to get a PO box. But that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. And thank you. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad I got to see everybody. Frankie got 354 for the end. Jessica 224. Trying to identify a font. It's not going well. Sorry about that. I feel like, are you trying to match a font? Because I feel like that would be beyond my capability.
Same.
Me too.
Mary did a bit of stickery organizing. Malin got 120 words in. Hey, that's great for 11 minutes. That went fast. Found a cool sound. Sweet deal. Have a good one to you as well. Fair. I was gonna say I can only go in short sprints too, so 2.5 hours is enough for me, and then I need a 3-hour break, and then I can come back. But I write pretty fast, so that tends to work out for me. Lee just woke up and cleaned the desk, so hopefully, I believe Jess, you're hosting the next one, right? At 3? No, not 3. Oh my Lanta, what time?
At 11. Yeah. In about 30 minutes.
Yeah. My brain just malfunctioned for a minute there.
It's fine.
I think is the next social sprint at 3? Maybe that's where I'm getting from.
I think so, yeah, because we don't do one at noon. Because we usually do. I mean, we have one at noon today. One of mine. No, that was 1 a.m., not 12 p.m., Jessica. Yes, there was one
your
at
brain
9,
is not functioning either.
And then there's one at 3. I try not to do one at noon because our fundraiser streams are normally around noon, but they weren't this round, so whatever.
Yeah. Okay. That might be where I got the 3 from, because I was going to tell everybody okay, next sprint is on Jess's channel at this time, and then next social is this time, but I think I combined them. So
it's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. All right. So I think we're coming to the end of our thing. So do you guys want to give a little bit of an outro?
No one likes it. It's not fun.
I kind of want to, because I forgot to mention that I'm on Twitch, and if you want to follow me there and join my writing community, yeah. That's all.
Links are below.
Thank you for being here. It was really fun to be here with all of you.
Jess,
I
you're
just
gonna
got-
pass.
This is my face.
Jess's links are down below. Definitely go follow her. And she's hosting the next one, and she is the creator of the write-a-thon.
And the size queen, I've heard.
And I'm officially a size queen. I got my crown in the Discord earlier.
Yay.
So
Yes.
So, yeah. And like I said, you're on my channel, Brie Bonomo. I have a short story coming out in the Stygian collection, which you can pre-order. Link is below. I'm also going to be doing my revising and critiquing my own work tomorrow, the workshop at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't make it live, that's not a big deal, but it'll be up to watch and kind of get an idea of how I just like to edit my stuff and move forward with new ideas. So thank you guys, and thanks, Jess, for letting me host today. And this has been really fun and productive.
absolutely.
So hopefully see you guys later, and until next time, bye.